Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and welcome to. I would come on and be with you here today, answer your questions, and I'm going to run the gamut. It says if you would like messages from loved ones, please put the name and relation. If you would like a message from your pet, the name and type of pet. Also, spirit guide messages, angels, goddesses, ascended masters, mermaids, fairies, galactic council, mysterious experiences, and please use caps and emojis. Questions are chosen at random. So we're here for about an hour today, everybody, and thank you for let's go ahead and get started. And I just want to thank everybody for becoming a member and for all of your super chats and donations. I really appreciate that. So Donna is first. Hello, Miss Donna. And after Donna is Divine Universe and then Nancy Riker. Okay. Donna, Divine Universe, and Nancy Riker. Just say hello. I know you guys are still here. You just got here. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this off now because it does tend to bother me. I have it pinned in YouTube so that everybody can see. Okay. So Donna would like a message from her Galactic Council. And Donna, you're writing on my page now. You just tune into your energy. And your galactic council is coming through as a very angelic, kind of a high vibrational, loving, unconditional love, light being source, light being energy. I feel it's a little more like a Pleiadian. Now they're saying Arcturian as well. They see you as a royalty. They see you as royalty, Donna. And they feel as though they are your supporters. It's like you took on the mission to come here on Earth and to learn your lessons and to expand your soul's awareness. And they're representing you and supporting you. They say, don't you know how important you are to us? Don't you know how important you are to all of us? They want you to know to treat yourself like royalty in highest regard, in venerable, they're saying venerable, honorable. They're saying that this is it's important for you to understand and to hold yourself in the highest regard because you carry this divine essence within you. And they just want to remind you of this and that they're always there. They say when you see light that is unexplainable, like maybe flashes out of the corner of your eye, or something looks especially illuminated, more illuminated than usual, you'll know it's them. So they'll be illuminating light around you. So that's how they know. Thank you, Alice L, for becoming a member. And Lisa Davies here. Thank you very much. Peace, Mama. So nice to see you. Very nice. Divine Universe is here. Thank you. And thank you, Donna. That was really very interesting. I appreciate the question. And your super chat. That was really sweet of you. So Divine Universe says, is it possible, would love a message from my grandmother, Britta, that have passed away. Please and thank you. Rita. I feel like, she's showing me that she was a hard worker, but didn't show it. Like, maybe would she, like, clean at night or something? She was, she didn't let you never let them see you sweat. Like, she would be dressed, hair done, everything, in public or for not for show, but when she was, maybe either with her friends or with her job or with her family. But when she went home, she like put on work clothes and would work. She's saying that you never saw her sweat, but she was a hard worker. Um, yes, totally, she says. There, and that's really, because she first came through to me as a hard worker, and then she's like, "But look, I'm clean, I'm nice, I'm put together." Um, she said this enabled her to. She said she worked for what she had to work for what she gained. I don't know what, like, in order for all this nice things and beautiful outward appearance, she had to work for that. And she's saying nothing ventured, nothing gained. She's saying that she doesn't regret a moment of the hard work. And she's saying find enjoyment in the things that are chores or feel like chores. Try and find enjoyment in it because it does teach us, it does make us stronger. And, or she says it makes her stronger and you stronger. And she's saying, try not to resist it. It's like there's something that you're like, I don't want to clean my car. It's too hard to clean my car and nobody ever sees the dirt. It doesn't, but she's saying, do what you need to do. Don't put it off for later. It's important for you to do it for yourself, if not for anybody else. She's saying she doesn't regret any moments of her hard work. And even if you have to get up early or stay up late, she's saying that hard work is really worth it. That's what she's saying. Wow. It's all about hard work. I think she's talking to me too. 'Cause I put off till tomorrow what I don't feel like doing today, for sure. Um, that was her message, Divine Universe. Let me see. Is there something for Divine Universe personally? She's saying that she loves you and that she is watching over you, very much connected to you. She hears your thoughts and your curiosity and your insatiable thirst for information. She says you can work with her. I don't know. She says she has information about history. If you want to ask her, and she's saying you can use a pendulum. You can say, Grandma Brita, um, was this part of history correct? Or was this part of history ever solved? Or, she's saying that she has some of the answers that you may need. I don't know if you're looking for family answers or reasons or if there's something in the family that occurred, but she says she has information if you want to connect with her and talk to her. She's open to that. She said it sounds like her on point, very wise. She was. That's what I'm doing. Oh, she taught me well. That's what I'm doing. That's you're cleaning right now or you're working right now? That's what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. And she says, "Oh, well, I have talked about that with my daughter recently to connect with her and ask her the questions that, and I don't know what they're saying, but they're saying something that you may have been thinking of recently. So that's really good. Good for you, Divine Universe, for remembering that and for being open to that message." And the next day, and the next day, and the next. Yep, yep, Anita, you and I are on the same page. I know. The dust won't clean itself, though. All right, Nancy Riker is next. After Nancy is Venus, Craig, and Nishi. Venus, Craig, and Nishi. Let me see. Did Nancy say hi? Where's Nancy? Hi, Jasmine. Yep, she said she's here. Okay. Message from the angels. Okay, Nancy. They want you to know that you're safe, that there is no harm that will come to you. They want you to hold the faith, hold the status quo, hold your position, maintain your position. You are safe. There's nothing to worry about. They say call on us. Now you haven't called on them recently, Nancy. This is what they're telling me. It's important for all of us to call on our angels, and any angel that is appropriate for to help me with, whatever it is, and um, and any other angels that may be appropriate that I don't know to ask for. And I ask for these angels to come in and assist me with my direction and my guidance today and every day. Um, it's important for you to be in communication with your angels, and also, especially if you have fearful thoughts. Oh my gosh, look who's here! Suzuki. Suzuki is here. Oh my gosh. Suzuki, I told him you had a VIP family engagement to attend to. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hello. Everybody is so happy that you're back home. I told him you're back home. And aw. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good for you, Suzuki. Thank you very much. So she says, I've been connection with Archangel Raphael. And that's beautiful, Nancy. And it's important to know the vibration or the responsibilities, for lack of a better term, uh, for the angels that you're calling on, but ask for any angel that would help suit me best, because there are thousands upon thousands of angels, and there's personal angels, individual angels, and specialty angels, not only just the archangels. Um, they and you being safe, you've holding your ground, so to speak, holding your status quo, and hold your position is what they want you to know. I don't know who would say that to you. Hold the light, hold the vibration, hold your. They don't want you to change anything or move anything right now. They're saying hold, like if you're thinking of moving, they're saying hold your spot right now. If you're thinking of um, you know, in whatever it is, they just want you to hold on right now. And it's almost like to hold on to that stability. And there's something in that hold on, stay firm, stay grounded. status quo, and maintain this. They just want you to maintain what is already here, and that almost to hold it for a certain time, and then there'll be a later time where you'll be guided for if there's any changes. But that's all they keep saying, Miss Nancy. So I hope that's helpful to you. She says, "I love my angels." Aw. Steady as she goes. Thank you, Amanda. I know, right? It's hard to think of all these sayings. All right. So thank you very much, Nancy Riker. And next is Venus and Craig and Nishi. And Venus, thank you so much for being a moderator, and as well for your super sticker. That's so sweet. So she said, "May I have a spirit guide message that most important for me at this time?" They want you to know that you're safe. Must be a running theme tonight, you guys. Our safety or our stability is being maybe challenged or questioned, and they want you to know to maintain your stability, like inside of the seat of your soul, and they want you to feel for that connection to your soul and that stability there. And it's like an anchor to this, to your soul. And they also want you to, or they it's recommending that we ground this frequency. And they say that, Venus, you know this, it's just practicing it. It's like intellectually, Venus, you're like, yeah, Gene, I know all that, but to embody it and to feel it, it's, it's like you know it for like 30 minutes, and then later you'll be like, I don't feel as safe and secure, but you are, and it's important for us to believe this and to absorb this frequency and to rely on this. It's almost like a blanket of I want to say protection, but a blanket of reassurance and safety and trust. They really do want to soothe the whatever that, I don't want to say anxiety, but whatever that thinking of what could happen, like spiraling, thinking of what might happen, what could happen, what the worst case scenario. They're like, just, relax, you're safe, there's no worry. And they want you to start believing. And it's not easy, but you can say your affirmations, and they want you to pull, you haven't been grounding. See, they want you to pull your tarot cards or angel cards and get some daily advice. Get an oracle deck, and pull some affirmations, some beautiful reminders that you can have like control over, or you can bring this into your life each and every day. I'm not sure, you probably already do that. Um, she's saying, yeah, anxiety. They just want you to know, I just got tarot cards. Good, good. Um, they want you to know that you're safe, Venus. They want you to know that you're being protected. They want you to know that practice what you know, embody what you know, remind yourself, and say those affirmations to yourself. I'm going to practice this weekend. Good for you, Venus. Good for you. Well, thank you very much for your question, Venus, and all the best to you. And next is Craig, and then Nishi. And yeah. Craig says, "Hi, Jean. It's never too late or early for Clara message." What does she have to say? Oh, Clara says she wants to. Do you talk to her? Do you write down what she says? She wants to be in conversation with you, Craig. It's Can you do you do writing? Do you do journaling of what she says? She wants you to trust yourself because she is communicating with you, almost like a spirit guide. I mean, she is your spirit, a spirit guide for you, but she is in communication with you, and there's a conversation going on, and it's she wants you to trust that, and she also feels a little more angelic. She's saying you're helping her earn her wings. She's saying that when you believe in her, it helps her soul to grow. When you listen, or not listen, but when you hear what she says to you and you acknowledge that, it helps her soul to grow. Her ability to connect with humanity here on this planet is one of her missions that she always wanted to do. I wonder, I know that you've done extensive research. I wonder if she was ever interested in this. Let me ask her if she was ever interested in this psychic. Let me see, Clara. Clara, are you here with us right now? And she's like, yes, I certainly am. If Craig is here, I am here. And that is my yes. Okay, stop. Clara, were you interested in psychics when you were here in this world? Were you interested in psychics? It's a little yes. Were you interested in astrology? And she says, yes, that's a bigger yes. Were you interested in mediumship to connect with with other loved ones on the other side? And she's showing me like she's saying yes, and she's showing me Houdini. So I don't know Houdini and who else would who she's saying that there was like mentalists or something. Wasn't Houdini like a mentalist or somebody like that? She's saying that there were acts. She's saying it was an act. She said she was a psychic. Oh, she was psychic but untrained. Oh, and have very gifted insight. Yep. Mhm. Wow. Wow. Mhm. She does you're it's working. When you pray for her, her soul is expanding because your ability to believe that she is communicating with you as one of your guides and is teaching you about what the other side is about and what humanity is all about at the same time. Like knowing that we are a infinite soul that carries on even after this lifetime, even after this incarnation, is expanding your soul, Craig. And when you get over there, you're going to give her such a big hug and say, thank you so much for helping me through all of these questions that I had. And you two will meet again on the other side for sure. She would advise her fellow actors about their lives. He's doing that for you. Wow. And he does say, yes, I record everything. Wow, that's beautiful. And if you choose, you can write a book, but you don't have to because it's personal. I think it's more personal. Yep. So beautiful. She's sharing her learning with you. Yep. Hmm. Very special, Craig. Yep. Hmm. I did ask her what if she saw anything unexplainable. Okay. Let me see. So Clara, and she's it's sort of like vibrating a little bit. Clara, did you ever see anything that was unexplainable, like a apparition or a uh, incarnate, discarnate spirit? She's saying yes. Yep, yep. Definitely yes. That's a definite yes. Uh-huh. When she was here on this earth. Yep, she did. Mm-hmm. And you know, There's all kinds of Hollywood, ghost stories, but Greg says, "I knew it." Yep, yep, mhm, beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Craig and Clara. That was really interesting. I love reading, like, for that. And Nishi is next. Did Nishi say hi? And after Nishi is Brina, Sherry Luke, and Amanda. Oh, well, is that true? Do you think Craig said she suffered from schizophrenia, but did she? Or was she hearing voices and they called it schizophrenia? I don't think. Clara, were you misdiagnosed? Was your schizophrenia diagnosed because you could hear spirits on the other side? She's saying not exactly. Was your schizophrenia sort of like your, um, she's saying around, not exactly. Was it misdiagnosed? She's saying around, sort of. It wasn't exactly that. It was something else, but it was something sort of like that. But I think you know what? It could have been like bipolar or something. I mean, I don't know. You know how they didn't diagnose bipolar until a certain time, but I don't. It wasn't exactly that, but they called it that. It's like that was like the buzz, the big thing to diagnose people with because but she's saying it wasn't exactly that. You got to remember 1920 medicine. Right, 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 right. Yep, yep. See, and Craig said it, manic depression. Something else. It was something else. It wasn't exactly that. You're right, Craig. I think she was misdiagnosed, but she keeps saying she's not. She's saying, well, not exactly. Like it was called something different. Um, okay, you've had it bipolar in your youth. Yeah. Well, that's sometimes um situational, you know. Mhm. Mhm. All right. So I saw that Nishi said she's here. Brina 41, Sherry Luke, and Amanda. You guys say hello. We're moving right along here, everybody. Good. It's been like I'm facing communication issues. Basically, I'm not able to express and explain the other person the actual situation. I have observed me getting stuck almost every time spirit guides. Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to explain. Obviously, you see me struggling every single day trying to explain what they sort of like give us a download or give us a knowing, and it's like I can feel what I feel, I know what I see, but I can't explain it because there's not enough words sometimes in a human language or enough scenarios to equate it to what you're experiencing. So what I suggest to you, Miss Nishi, is that you put it in a third person or say, I had a dream about a woman who was experiencing um, messages from angels, and the angels used to show her things that she could not understand. And start talking about a story about a woman and allow your spirit guides to help you to write about the story and write about how this a third person, a woman, was able to convey what she was trying to communicate without knowing words or ability to express these things. And start writing a story about a woman, and it's take it outside of yourself because there sometimes with ourself we have self-limiting beliefs, and if you start talking about a third person um, that is going through something similar, and just make it up as you go along, and as you're going along, as you're making it up, you'll feel information start flowing through, and you'll feel like a revelation come in or an aha moment come in and say, "Oh, that's how she did it." And it'll inform you. But you saying, "Guides, what am I going to do? What am I?" It's like it's like you're too attached to the outcome. You're too connected to the outcome. But when you have it as a third person and you're just telling a story, it's not as emotionally charged. So try that. That really does help to lower the pressure, I guess. You know. All right. So thank you very much, Nishi. What the angels say, it would be great if you could connect to me. Yeah. Well, come back again next time and we'll answer that one. Just one question per person. Brina, it's Brina, Sherry, and Amanda. Look at Venus. Thank you, Venus. Brina is here. Oh, yeah. Nishi, it's important for you to take care of yourself and to rest and relax and maybe have the other person write down what they're trying to say because sometimes we learn and understand, sometimes not verbally, but we understand through sight. And you may just be under a lot of pressure right now, Nishi. So all the best to you, Nishi. Does that make sense? Ask them to write it down so that you can read it and reread it. And it may be just something as simple as dyslexia, something really simple that you can work through. Brina is here. Let me just see. Yeah, she is here. And Amanda is here. Let me see. Is Sherry still here? Oh, yep, they're all three here. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies. All right, so Brina, Sherry, Amanda. Brina says, may I please have a message from Granddad Herman? Brina, you're the bright one. Herman is telling me he was considered to be successful in his day. I feel like he was a young father. She's saying, yes, he was. I feel like he was also a young father. He was young to become a father, and then he was also young to become a grandfather. Was your, I don't know if this is maternal, was it your mom or your dad's dad? But like, was either your mom or dad the oldest in the family? Yes, he was. Um, he was young. Okay, that's true. He was young, and is it your mom or your dad's dad? Dad's dad, and that your dad was the oldest. I feel like your dad was the oldest because your grandfather and your dad were not that far apart. Um, and then so your grandfather was able to be more present in your life. Oh, I see the love. Your dad was the baby. Okay. Um, I see your Herman and your father having a very tight relationship. Your dad looked up to Herman, the baby of 7 kids, God love him. I feel like your dad took care of your grandfather, and he's saying that there was a special bond between your dad and him, between your dad and Herman, and she said they did have a very tight relationship. And he's saying it's not that he could choose a favorite. He didn't have a favorite of all of his 7 children, but there is something about your dad that he connected to. He was a little closer to. I feel like your dad did help him and take care of him, and do things for him where the other kids were living their own life or having babies or moved away or whatever it was. Your dad was like the I don't know the story of the prodigal son, but he's saying prodigal son. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know it's the son that came back to the house after everybody went away. And the father, something about the prodigal son story. I don't know that story very well. She said he definitely did take care of him. Okay. And do things for him. But there's something about a prodigal son. Um, that's what he's saying to say. Is your dad still here in this world? He wants to thank your dad, and let him know that I feel like your Herman was successful and busy and wasn't able to pay as much attention to the first 6 kids. Dad did move away after he and mom got married. Okay. Um, Dad died in 2009. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Well, Herman's saying that he's very grateful to your father. I feel like your dad was able to overlook some imperfections in Herman, and Herman was so busy he was may not have been able to be as present in the older ones' lives as much as he was with your dad because of where he was in his career. He's saying he's really proud of your dad because your dad knew what was most important. Like maybe, I mean, I'm not saying this. Yep. He moved back and he was able to do so. Um, he's talking about a prodigal son. Maybe that's why they moved back. I don't know. There's something about that. You'll know what that means. So that's what's most important. Um, he's saying your dad was able to overlook some grumpiness from Herman or some disrespect from Herman or some cheapness from Herman, like whatever the frugalness was, like your dad was able to overlook that and say, "Look, you're my dad. That's all that matters." And Herman, it like melted his heart. It was like you loved me, even though I was pushed you away and was mean to you and didn't talk to any of your brothers and sisters. You still love me, and your dad was able to love him through that. And he's just saying how it healed Herman for your dad to be so kind and so loving to him, even after all of the, I don't know, maybe he was a yeller. I don't, Herman, maybe he was strict. I don't know. Whatever it was that your dad overlooked in order to help him. But he said your dad had a heart of gold and helped to melt Herman's heart. And he's saying that your dad healed the lineage and enabled you and your siblings, if you have any, to benefit from your dad's heart, from your dad's good nature and example of what to do, what's the right thing to do. Oh, geez, she says that sounds like my dad. My gosh, absolutely. I'm gonna cry, Brina. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Herman is indebted to your father and helped to break the cycle, he's saying. So I don't, maybe, you know, I have one brother and sister. You're benefiting from your father's strength to look past. He's the storyteller. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Your granddad. Oh, that's the one that was a storyteller. That's the book you're going to write on the first one. And she says, I'm crying. Yeah. Yep. I know Amanda, right? Amanda's like she feels it. I know. It was very, very important message that he's sharing. And how brilliant is he to come through with that message? You have a good connection with your family there, Brina. They come through very quickly, very strongly, and you have an open spirit. And some people who don't believe it, and it's about belief, you guys, it's about trust. If you don't believe it, if you doubt it, it's hard for them to come through. If you believe that they're here and that they're able to connect with you, it's easier for them to come through. But if you have doubt, we have free will. So if we have doubt, that's tells your loved ones on the other side, she's doubting, she's not ready, we can't come through. But if you have an open heart and you say, I believe that you're cured and you're connecting with me and you're sending me messages, they're able to come through and share signs, synchronicities, and messages with us. Honestly, trust and doubt is that powerful. It's our free will. So his work is still being seen. Oh my gosh. Brina, you're going to have to come on and tell your life story because that is amazing. Oof. Oof. Very, very good. Very good, Brina. Thank you so much for your question. Sherry Luke, then Amanda. Let me see what time my next. Okay. Sherry says, can I get a message from Uncle Larry Luke? He just left a couple weeks ago. He's saying he didn't go far. I think he's still tying up loose ends. He's saying, I feel like he hung around a little longer than what he wanted. He's saying, did he almost pass a couple of times, or did he have trouble breathing, or did they restart his heart or something? He's saying that he thought he was going to go earlier than he did. He does show me that he was able to be independent, but people didn't want him to be independent. Like it wasn't safe for him to be independent. Does this sound like the case there, Miss Sherry? I just want to make sure I have the right information. And if not, say no. I could be picking up somebody else's. All right. Maybe Sherry had a phone call because I saw that she said she was here. All right. Let's move on to Amanda Carroll. If Sherry comes back, she'll hear it. Not unless she's behind. And you guys, if you see that little live button underneath your screen there, you can, oh, Sherry is here. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Sherry since I already dipped in there. Sherry, let me know if that makes sense. And she's saying yes, but I think she's saying, yeah, I can feel him. Okay. Okay. He was a proud man. His wife is having a hard time. Yeah. He was a proud man and he didn't like to be in vulnerable position. I feel like he obviously it's the role of a man to be the head of a household, to be the strong one. I don't know if he needed help eating or swallowing, or he's showing me he needed help like cutting his meat or something. And he didn't like this. He didn't like the vulnerability or the fragility that she's saying, yep, um, that he had that he was going through. It was really hard for him. And I feel like he wishes he wasn't so proud or worried about his own dignity, and he wishes he would have been more paid more, a little more attention to his wife, and her fragility. Like, instead of being, you know, self-centered and worrying about what it might look like, instead of that, he could have just maybe allowed her to cut his meat and not say, why, I can do, I don't know, whatever it is. Like, he was saying that, he was selfish towards the end, and he could see things sort of happening, and it didn't feel good to him because he was becoming vulnerable and weakened, and he was taking something out on his wife, and he just wants to apologize for that. And she knows it was like the illness or him not feeling like he could do something himself. He always like was fighting independence. Okay. So Sherry says no. Yes, I think so. Yep. I hear you say yep. I hear you say yes, I think so. Yeah, I see your posts, but I think Sherry, I think you're a little bit behind. Yes, I believe he was staying for his wife. Yeah. I think you might be like maybe 30 or 60 seconds behind, Sherry. Sometimes that happens. Yeah. Um, but Uncle Larry wants you to know that he made it. He's tying up loose ends, is the first thing he said. He's tying up loose ends. So I feel like he still has goodbyes to do, reviews. He's still reviewing. I feel like he's in that phase, but he wants you to know that he's okay. And he wants you to know that he'll be watching over her, um, and remind her that all of her decisions were the right decisions. And none of her decisions made him did not change the outcome. She couldn't have made a decision that would have changed the outcome. And this is the responsibility of taking care of him her whole life. And she feels like she could have done something different for him, but there's nothing different she could have done. That's what she's saying. Uh-oh. All right. So let's continue. I just had a little blurb on my YouTube. So thank you very much, Miss Sherry Luke. All the best. Yep, I know it. It really made me crazy. Yeah. All the best to you, and thank you for your question, and thank you for all the quick answers. And Amanda, let's go with Anita K, and then we'll see Amanda and Anita K. We'll see how far we go. She said, "I can't blame him." Yep. I have a private reading after this, so I'm going to see how quick I can do these. Amanda says, I like that little heart in there. Any message from my galactic council? They say that you know who they are, and they say they know you know who you are, and they say that they're in disguise. And Amanda, I want you to look at your icon, and you have a hat on. It looks like you're at the beach, and you have big sunglasses on. But don't those big sunglasses look like ET eyes? They're saying that they are in disguise around us, and that you can connect with them. They're just saying that there is a similarity about the eyes. Yep, I know. They're saying that you are a believer and you've always been a believer, and that helps them. They know, they can feel your vibration, they can feel your openness, and your just the fact that you believe that they're here and that they're working and communicating with us. Uh that you holding that vibration here in humanity is helping them. They're saying that you do, they're using the word play with them at night when you're sleeping. Your consciousness leaves your body, and your body rests, and your consciousness goes, and they called it play. You play, and there's like a communication or an information exchange, and that did you have an experience, Amanda? Did you ever just see, uh, did you ever see a UFO or have an experience? Because they're saying you're quite close to them, that you have. Oh, I met a few passing. Did you go to Shasta and meet them? They're saying that she's saying sort of. Okay, whether you saw a and visions in Hawaii, visions of craft, or visions of experiences together. They want you to work on your meditation and go to them in meditation. I don't know if you've ever been to any of my meditations, but it's important to raise your vibration. Oh, Shasta, several times. You wonder why. That's an activation ground. And they need you here with that vibration. They're saying you're not afraid because you feel it in your soul. Um, and it's more like here on Earth. I'm looking like up, and they're like, nope, nope, we're here on Earth with you, and you're here on Earth. So the things that you saw and felt here on Earth, because I'm like, go to them in meditation. They're like, no, here on Earth. Maybe you can write a story. They're saying that there's information that you can convey for them through you, and be open to being like a scribe or relaying the information. And you can write like a third person story. Oh, a star display just for me of the zodiac. Oh, inner earth. Oh, that's what they're saying. The inner earth you're connected to. Oh, wowzers. Yeah, you can write a third person, just like I was telling that other. This is a way for you to get outside of your limitations and to start writing about another woman who was connected to her ET guides or her galactic guides through inner earth. And this is what they told her. This is what they showed her. And this is what they wanted to tell. And start talking about a third person to take yourself outside of your own emotions and your own limitations, and the information will start coming through in the story of what they want to convey to you. And you can start with everything that you already know. You know what I mean? I know I have a story in me. Yep. Yep. That's right. That's what they want you to do. They want you to confirm and convey this information. And, you know, our ego and our analytical mind says you have to be right, you have to be perfect, you have to be specific. But if you talk about a story that you're creating or making up, it allows you to have no limitations, and the information will come through. Even if you're making up where you went or what you look like, the information that's important to come through will be the the information that is needed. You know what I mean? Aw, she says, love it. Got the chills. Good for you. Good for you, Miss Amanda. And I love that picture. You'll never look at that picture again the same way. All right. So Anita K is here. Hi, Anita. I know, you guys. I know I won't be able to get to all of you. I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody who became a new member. And I will be having a members only live chat tomorrow at 4 p.m. And I will be on with, well, let me get with Mark the Spirit Whisperer tomorrow at 12:30. And then after that, I have my members only. So if I didn't get to any of you, I still have like 30 more people start. There's no way. And I'm already over an hour. So I think Anita K might be the last one. Okay. So Anita K, I would love a message from Spirit. Okay. Um, Amanda's Galactic Council is still here. I'm trying to ask them to step aside. They found an opening. So for Anita, I want to speak to Anita's spirit guides. Anita. They're talking about wind, like the wind and the rain, but wind. The winds are shifting. The winds are shifting for you, Anita. I don't know if you felt like you were in a place where you were unable to move, but they're saying the winds are shifting. Oh, that's a good message for all of us. They're saying pay attention to the direction of the wind and then the way that the winds are shifting. That is really profound for Anita. They're saying things will lighten up and change. There is some sort of a pressure that you're under, or you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling immobile, or there's something about the something is going to shift, the wind's going to change. And they're saying, pay attention to the wind. They're saying, be gentle with yourself, be like purposeful with your actions, and be mindful. It's almost like move slowly. Did you ever see in Japanese culture, they had the tea ceremony where every motion of making tea is purposeful and in ceremony. And this is how they want you to move and um, act, like with purposeful motion, with intent, with care, with mindfulness. I feel like are you a meditator, Anita? Are you a meditator? They want you to watch for the winds to change, be purposeful in your actions a little. Okay, that's fine. They just want you to be mindful. That's why they keep saying mindful. Um, that's why I was asking you if you meditate, because it's almost like you would do things in a meditative manner. Um, Purposeful. I have a problem with being still. Oh, they want you to be mindful. They want you to be purposeful in your actions. It's almost like be responsive instead of reactive. Um, Take care to understand what somebody just said or did before you react, like respond. When you respond, it's because you fully understand what either was said or was displayed, and then you would take a moment to consider and then you would respond. When you react, it's almost like without even thinking. So they're saying try to work on being mindful in your responding and your understanding, just your activities. And I do feel as though there is some, does that mean anything to you for the winds are going to change? I don't know if you were hoping for a change or praying for a change. So let me get into here because they're not really talking too much. So Anita, is this a message for Anita from her spirit team? Yes, thank you. So am I right in relaying that you said that the wind is going to change? Yes. So is this a positive change in Anita's highest good? Yes, thank you. Is this a positive change in all of humanity's greatest good? It's saying sort of. See how it goes into a circle? Not exactly. So this is specific to Anita. This winds are going to change. It's specific to Anita. Does it have anything to do with Anita's family? Is it around Anita's family? No. Is it around Anita's spiritual experience? No. It went right to no. Is it about Anita's family? Is it about Anita's family? Not exactly. Is it about Anita herself and her own actions and behaviors? Yeah, it's about your own self development. Is it about Anita's soul? Is it about her soul, connecting to her soul? Not exactly. So it's about you. I'm trying to get storage cleared out. Yeah. There's something about the winds are going to change and it's specific to you. It's not about your family. It's not about humanity. It's specific to you. Something you've been trying to do is something's going to give, something's going to change, but they want you to be mindful and try and remember to be mindful. Even if you react to something, you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be mindful. Even if you think of being mindful after not being mindful, that's an affirmation to correct or to change that behavior into a different response rather than a reaction. Does that make sense? Response other than be instead of reaction. We have a lot to get rid of before we can sell the house and go to Mexico. Well, careful what you wish for. But that's good. I like to see you selling the house and going to Mexico. I cleared out all my daughter's stuff. Good. Well, the winds are going to change and something's going to open up for you. Yeah, Anita, I would search for any resource, Facebook Marketplace, all that stuff that you can do online, garage sales, secondhand stores. You can have somebody come to your home and price your home and have an estate sale, and you would give them a certain percentage, and they would, you would get the rest. That's what I have for you today, Miss Anita. And I see that you are a member. Hopefully, you can make it to the members chat tomorrow at 4 p.m. Again, I will be on with um, Spirit Whisperer Mark tomorrow at 12:30. And then after that, I'm doing a members only chat and at 4 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, so if anybody's interested in the membership, you can join today and attend tomorrow. And it's from, like, if you join on the 23rd of May, it's good to the 23rd of June. Like it's good for a whole month. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Good for you. You're welcome. Deanne saying, thanks. I didn't even get to your question. I love your icon though, Deanne. That's so cool. Aw. A change is gonna come, that song. I know. Anita says, yes, it is. And Venus says, I haven't been meditating, but I spend time in nature each day with my dog, also feeding wildlife. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's considered grounding. Yep. Just try and turn off if you make sure you don't have any distraction when you're outside with your dog and you're present. Be in the present moment. So thank you very much. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. Thank you for coming to the Psychic Triad with only one member of the Psychic Triad. Hopefully, all three of us will be back again soon. In a couple of weeks, we're on almost every other Friday, just about. So I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Thank you again for all of your great questions, all of your patience and understanding. And have a very happy Friday, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.